5 minutes after 10 o'clock, and Matt Wilkerson is in the studio, and I've been waiting 24 hours or so to talk to Matt. Uh-oh. Matt doesn't know why.
No, I don't.
Matt is here from Verizon Wireless, and he's got some wonderful deals to talk to you about. If you were thinking about switching over to Verizon, you wait till you hear the offer he's got for you. Good morning, Matt. How you doing?
Good morning. How are both of you?
Pretty good. So let me tell you what happened yesterday.
Uh-oh, here we go.
I go to the post office, okay? Now, let me just set this up with, I know every bill I owe. I know who my creditors are. I'm really good with paying my bills. And I get a call at the post office on my phone, and the guy says, "Is this Larry Whitler?" And I say, "Yes, it is." "Can you verify your address?" I say, "No. Who are you?" So he tells me who he is and what company he's with and what state he's in. He's in Pennsylvania. I said, "Well, what do you need to know?" "I can't tell you anything until you verify your address." And I said, "Well, I can't tell you anything until I find out what you need to know." And he got really arrogant with me. Really arrogant. And Robin saw me.
Did he even identify the company he was calling from?
Yeah, but
Okay.
but they could say anything, right? All right, so I'm big, and everybody's getting scared now because there's a big guy getting loud on this phone, and I'm thinking, oh, this is uncomfortable because I'm not going to hurt a fly, you know that.
Yeah, but
a roach loud. Maybe, but not a fly.
The guy was annoying.
But anyway, so the first thing I did when I got home, I went to YouTube. How do you block a call? Okay, so I look up my little phone here. How do you block a call? Oh, there's a guy on there. Oh, you push this, that, and it's blocked. I don't have this, that, and this on my phone. It looks like my phone, but I guess it's not my phone. It's got the same look, you know? So is there an answer to this question?
Well, there are of course apps for that, but also, like, for example, on my iPhone, whenever I get a call.
Do you have this problem, or do you nip it in the bud as soon as you get it?
I don't have that problem very much. Uh-oh, I'm actually calling somebody right now. That's not good. Okay, so actually down on the bottom of my phone, can you see where it says block this caller?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I sure do.
It's right there.
It is a simple, you just tap the button, and they will never, now they will actually be able to call your phone, but you won't hear them.
What do they get?
Your phone will not ring, and it'll just go to, this person is unavailable. And then you will never receive another phone call.
That's you don't need to say any, that's reason for me to switch.
Sure. Yep. Trying my best.
Because I know if I forgot to pay a bill and I'm really getting a legitimate call, I'm going to say, "Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Let me go pay it." But I would never, but somebody would be mysterious like that. That's crazy.
Yes, it is. But that feature is very, very handy, where you can.
So do you screen your calls somehow? So do you answer calls that look like it's probably trouble?
In my industry,
you can't screen them.
I answer most calls
because it could be a customer calling you.
There could be a customer. There are apps on the phone where you can have a second phone number on your phone, and whenever it comes in, it will come in as a call from that app, to where it will say, let me see, one of them is, I will actually look during the break because I was using it on here. It's Slingshot or something like that. But I will look at it during the break. But whenever it comes up on your caller ID, it says Slingshot phone call or whatever the app. I'll look at the app again.
Part of my story I forgot to tell you.
Yeah.
Before I even went to YouTube, I typed in the phone number in that reverse lookup thing.
Yeah.
And it said other people were reporting it as a scam. Lots of people, like 59 people commenting,
"Wow,
this is a scam." So, I mean, the guy's already being reported as a scam, and yet he continues to call people.
Wow. Well, somebody's obviously not done something about it. But it is, whenever you're calling over a telephone, it's very hard to, a guy could be calling from a prepaid phone and you could not track it.
You wouldn't know anything, huh?
You wouldn't know, and people like that, they change phones all the time, and it's very hard to track them.
So before we do the deal, tell me about the security with children. You got a little wrist bracelet or something that they wear, right?
Let me tell you something. This has taken off big time. Whenever we originally mentioned about getting a wrist tracking phone for children, a lot of people initially said, "Hey, listen, my son or daughter is too young for a phone. That is just spending money not needing to."
Right.
But when you think about this, if you already have a Verizon account, it is a $5 access fee per month. That's it. And you have access to be able to track and know exactly where your child is at any given time. At the touch of one button, they can call you unlimited amount of times, and only the phone numbers that you program in that wrist phone are able to call that phone.
And there's what, only 4 numbers or something?
4. Well, there are 2 different devices. There's one that says 4, and there's one that you can put 10 in.
Okay.
But only those numbers can call, so strangers can't call. Just like the prime example I was telling you before we went on the air, the lady, her daughter was dropped off at the wrong school bus.
Yesterday.
Stop.
Or this week?
No. This was a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And in a panic, the parent said, "Oh my goodness, my daughter called me from her wrist phone, Mommy. I don't know where I'm at. They dropped me off at the wrong school bus stop."
Oh my goodness.
Okay, the mom originally would have panicked big time, but she said, "Just stay where you're at." She pulled up her app on her smartphone, saw exactly where her daughter was, drove to her daughter, and picked her up. For $5 a month.
Wow.
I'm telling you, I have been trying to make contact with a lot of the PTA associations here in Ocala. This could be huge for children. There's a lot of latchkey kids in this community. Their parents are at work. These are these are 2 parent working families, and the child gets home from school at 3 o'clock. There's a couple hours there where there's no parent, and they have to unlock that door themselves. And it's a sense of security that you can look on your phone and see that your child is home. Very, very nice.
And what you just mentioned was kind of, we would presume, an innocent mistake. The bus driver just made a mistake. But some people aren't there are not so innocent. And
Absolutely.
Oh, gosh, you would hate that.
Absolutely.
But at least there'd be some way of seeing where they are.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have kids out playing. I know when I was growing up, the street light was it for me.
That was it, yeah.
When the street light came on, your butt better get home. Okay, what happens if you didn't get home?
I can relate to that.
All of a sudden, your parents could pull you up on the smartphone, and they could see exactly where you're at. Riding your bike, whatever you're doing, and they could drive to you. It's just peace of mind, and it's only $5 a month, so it's easy.
$5 a month. That is really outstanding. Okay, and so we do that through you, just call
Absolutely.
you. Okay,
Absolutely.
All right, now the real business end of this. We have somebody. You're on a system like I'm not really so happy because I couldn't even block a call I don't like. That is crazy. That should be easy. Back in the old days, remember you hit star 69 or star 71 or something like that, and you could go through a few prompts and block a call.
Yep. They have blocking features on the Androids as well, but I'm using an iPhone right now, and it's very easy just to tap that button. How
many have you blocked? A lot of calls?
I have blocked about 2 or 3.
Really?
A couple of them are telemarketers. You only need so much life insurance, and they continue to call you wanting more life insurance, so you have to block them. But other than that, not really a whole lot. Not really a whole lot.
Can you have more than one phone with the same phone number? Like if you like the iPhone and then, like you said, an Android, can you have that?
You can activate as many phones as you want. Are you talking about 2 different numbers on one phone?
No, two different phones, but the same number for each phone.
No.
Oh, okay.
Nope. Cannot do that. If my iPhone rings with my phone number, I cannot activate another Android or another phone that will ring on the same number.
That's good safety, though. I think I see why you would want it, but
yeah.
But somebody else then could get your number and be getting your calls. I guess.
Exactly.
Oh.
All right, so you have a pretty good offer. Tell me the numbers again.
Yeah, I've actually got 2 different offers right now. We've got, if you're looking to switch to Verizon from another carrier, you're unhappy with your reception, Verizon will pay actually up to $650 per line for you to switch over to Verizon. How that works is that you would, there are some details of where you would be able to send in your final bill from your previous carrier, and whatever your buyout amount is from your previous carrier, you will upload that, and Verizon will credit that to offset the expense, up to $650 per line. And we also have another deal going right now where if there are the Droid Turbo 2s, which is our only, the first and only shatterproof screen phone, that is very valuable for a lot of people because, trust me, they walk into my store and their phone looks like it's been run over by a tank. But this is actually a shatterproof screen phone, warranted for 4 years. And it is $300 bill credit applied to your account simply for whenever you do the upgrade, simply for getting the Droid Turbo 2 and doing it on the device payment plan, which is the least expensive route anyway. But up to $300 on that phone, or actually not up to. It is $300 on that phone, and we also have what we call the Max 2. Basically, a very similar phone to the Turbo 2, except it don't have a shatterproof screen. Some people are not rough on their phones, and they don't really need the shatterproof screen. Like for me, I have yet in my life, I'm 46 years old, I have yet to break a screen on the phone.
Don't say it. You're going to
You're
jinx
right.
it.
Yeah, I'm going to drop it in the parking lot today. But, for those that don't need that, the Droid Max 2, which is a less expensive phone, but you get $200 back if you purchase 2 of those.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful.
If you have a question from Matt, you can call during the, you can call after the break, during the break. The number is 622-9622, and we'll give you the number to Verizon after we come back as well. Matt Wilkerson is here from Verizon Wireless Premium. He will come to your home, your office, and deliver and answer your questions. And you can call right now on the air if you want. 622-9622. We'll be right back with Matt.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. We'll see times of clouds and sun this Wednesday, a very warm afternoon high of 78 to 82. Mostly cloudy and balmy Wednesday night with a shower or thunderstorm after midnight, low 63 to 67. Thursday, mostly cloudy with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm crossing the area, highs in the 70s. For Friday, sunshine returns breezy and cool to the high 62 to 66. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Joe Lundberg.
For some, Valentine's Day means flowers and candy. Not for us.
Join us for the Valentine's Day Massacre, February 13th at the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion.
For 7 scheduled bouts of live professional boxing entertainment. Each bout is highlighted with local boxers.
So come out and support the future boxing in Ocala. First bout starts at 7 and doors open at 6.
Proceeds to benefit the Boys and Girls Club. Tickets start at only $15.
Get your tickets at Central Florida Boxing, 1032 Southwest 1st Avenue, or call 352-292-2103.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Research tells us that exercise makes us smarter and more productive. However, different workouts give us different benefits. How much somebody earns is not indicative of whether they're a cheapskate or a spendthrift, because somebody who's broke could still have a shopping addiction. It happens all the time. But it turns out the happiest couples focus on just 2 words: thank you.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Hi, this is Vanessa Lane Jennings with the Jennings Law Firm, located here in beautiful Ocala. Join me every single Friday at 10:30 for Legal Lane. We'll be discussing various legal topics such as family law, criminal law, contracts, and much more. So this is your chance to call in with your legal questions and have them answered. That's every Friday, 10:30, right here, WOCA The Source.
Hi, Matt Wilkerson here, your mobile Verizon rep. But not just here, I'll deliver the phone to you in your home. While I'm there, I'll only sell you what you need and I'll personalize it to you. Want to have me get you connected? Then call me at 352-528-0020. I even offer unlimited home phone service for just $20 per month. Just call me, your mobile Verizon rep, at 352-528-0020.
Veterans are the foundation upon which our freedom is built. Listen to The Source, WOCA, each Thursday at 9 a.m. to Veterans News with Hank Whittier from Vets Helping Vets. You'll hear tributes, information on veterans issues, and stories that will make you laugh, cry, and feel proud. Veterans News always focuses on the military, past and present, and on our first responders. Veterans News is brought to you each week by Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery, keeping you blooming since 1952. All right, 19 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Matt Wilkerson is here. He is trying to convince us that it's important. No, you're done. I'm convinced. You don't have to do anything more, Matt.
There you go.
Just being able to block a stupid call. I thought that one guy actually helped you, so we should thank him.
Yes.
Somewhere in Pennsylvania, if he was telling the truth. He sounded like a guy I heard in a convenience store, though. Matt is with Verizon Wireless Premium, and you are here in Ocala everywhere, or in Marion County. I know your office is in Williston.
Well, my actual brick and mortar store is in Williston, but with me living here locally in Ocala, about 3 years ago, I took on the task of, you know what, I'm gonna try this delivery thing. And see if
it works.
Let me tell you something. It is to the point now to where, 100,000 miles later on that little smart car, it has definitely taken off. You know, people work 8 to 5, 8 to 6 during the day, and when they get off, they don't want to go to a store and stand in line for 2 hours to get a phone. What if I can drop it on your desk activated and ready to go while you're at work.
Let me ask you this.
Handy.
How many people kind of are like us, where we were real holdouts, and so when we finally cross over, you might have a lot of explaining to do.
That's okay.
As opposed to somebody who's maybe younger and they went from the first smartphone to the second one. They've kind of gradually gotten used to everything. Do you? I guess you have to be like a tutor for us, huh?
That's not a problem. First of all, I know that every customer has about 10 to 15 different options of where they can buy phones. And if they choose to give me the option to take that extra bit of time with them, I spent several hours with one of my friends, Karen, over the holidays. Her and her husband and family bought 4 phones and a couple tablets from me, and I sat in their house for almost 3 hours showing them how to work their phones, hook their tablets up to Wi-Fi, and just do different things, how to get to the App Store, all different kind of stuff. You know, if you're willing to go the extra mile to go through me,
Right.
why can't I sit in your house or your office for a couple hours and show you how to use your phone?
How long does it normally take to run down the battery? Is it one day?
On a smartphone, usually it is one day if you use it a decent amount of time.
Okay.
Now, I will say this, that new Turbo 2, if you kill that battery in a day, you are a serious battery user because that's one of the largest batteries made in a cell phone.
So the person listening who is kind of like us, who has never had a smartphone, let's say, but they go to Subway and they find out, I could have ordered this on my phone. Everywhere we go, there's something that says, you could have ordered this in advance and it would have been waiting for you. So now they're starting to say, okay, I can see a reason for wanting one of these phones, just not to mention the fact, if they've never had a cell phone at all, that they can carry it with them. I'm guessing most of them have cell phones, just not smartphones.
Yeah, but you be honest with you, we have people that are well into their 90s who have smartphones, and then we have some people that are in their 40s and 50s and say, no, thank you, I'll take a flip phone. There's just a wide variety.
Okay.
But I can tell you, once I were to show you some of the apps, like, for example, ordering the Subway or whatever restaurant on the app, or ordering it online through your phone, once I were to show you once or twice, you would say, are you serious? That's all there is to it?
Do you know what I like on Joe's phone? I think Joe has a Verizon, right?
Yes, he does.
He'll sit here and he'll ask his phone a question,
Yes.
and then a lady will come on with the answer.
Oh, yes.
That's
pretty
That's
interesting.
amazing.
Oh, yes. I have Siri on here where you can be talking into your phone. You can say, hey, Siri, and then all of a sudden it will just.
Oh, really?
You can ask it a question. How many feet are in a mile? What I need a recipe for chicken parmesan, whatever it may be, and it'll answer you.
Can you ask her what my middle name is?
No.
What is Larry Whitler's middle name? When I saw a commercial with Siri on the dashboard. Would that interface with my phone? Is that how that works?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it can through Bluetooth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can link your phones to all your cars.
So you've got a map on there too?
Absolutely.
On your phone?
Absolutely. Well, trust me, whenever I go delivering and the people try to get on the phone, they say, well, listen, here's how you get to my house. And I say, oh, let me stop you there. All I need to know is your physical address. Well, now, you've never been here. I know I haven't, but my phone has at some point, through
Really?
GPS. And about 98 times out of 100, it'll get me there.
Are there any places in Marion County where there isn't any service at all? I mean, for any cell phones?
The only area that I really wish that they would actually work on and pay some attention to, and of course it all goes by population, is the Salt Springs area. I can actually drive through Salt Springs and talk on my phone. That's not a problem. But whenever you get off in some of the rural wooded areas out there,
really?
that's where it becomes a little bit spotty. I don't care what carrier you're with. But then again, it's population driven. They don't want to put up a $1.75 million tower in an area where there are 4 residents.
Oh my gosh.
It's just, it's all driven by customer base. That they want everybody to work, and naturally they want it to work everywhere. I get that. It's a nationwide service, but typically they don't want to spend. No carrier would like to spend that type of investment if you have 4 houses within a 5-mile radius. That's right. But
Yeah.
Salt Springs would be the
Right,
only area that
yeah.
I wish they would that they would.
So how does the GPS work if you're not near a cell tower? How does that work? Does it go straight to the satellite?
Well, it is satellite driven, but GPS. You have to have internet connection.
Oh, you do. Okay.
You have to
okay.
have internet
and that's
connection.
through the cell tower.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And, every once in a while you can have your phone on GPS. And then if you notice, sometimes I'll put mine in my lap or I'll put it in between my legs just on the seat while I'm driving. And every once in a while I will get into an area. You'll go under a bunch of heavy trees and it will pause for a second and then go back. But it quickly picks back up. It talks to you. I haven't had any problems.
So we have a GPS in my car, but it's not in my phone. It's a separate thing there's a suction cup on the windshield. Is that old fashioned? Are we out of date now?
Well, you are going out of
Because
date.
we had a gig down in Lakeland, and it was in a gated community, and it took us to the gate that we couldn't get through. So we had to figure out there's got to be another gate to get in here. That the people who hired us, they must know that there's another gate. And sure enough, there was. But we had to kind of use our brains and just drive around until we found it. But the GPS itself was taking us right there to that gate, and we couldn't get through.
And also on these GPS, you can not only make it to where it looks like a map, you can also put it to where it is satellite picture, and you can actually zoom in and see where you're at, and you can look around on the property. Like if there's a second gate a quarter mile down the road, you can actually zoom in and see where that gate is.
Oh, wow.
And the little blue dot on the screen, you can just follow the road.
That is exactly what we needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also a lot of them, not every one of them, but a lot of the ones that you put on your windshield, they have to be updated. Those maps have to be updated on a regular basis.
Yes, I know.
A lot of times that costs money.
Yeah.
Mine hasn't cost me money yet. But
some of them don't. Some of them you have a lifetime subscription to where you don't. It just automatically updates. Well, the phones, it's just part of your package. It updates all the time.
Are your phones moisture proof? Because for wherever a person carries them, maybe you sweat a lot, or
yeah.
sometimes you're at the beach and you got it out there.
We have regular phones like the iPhone that we can have waterproof cases put on there. We have the Droid Turbo 2, the Max 2. Those are water resistant. You splash a Coke on, you sweat on it, or whatever that may be. That is water resistant. And then we have the waterproof phones where you can drop it underwater for up to 30 minutes.
Wow.
And what is the difference between Droid and the iPhones?
Operating system. It is all about the operating system. I can show you two smartphones, one Android, one iPhone. They can both do the same internet. They can both do the same Google searches and navigation, but the screens look different. It's just a different operating system. It is like Windows versus a Mac computer.
Oh, okay.
It's just a different means of how to navigate through the phone.
Going back to the bracelet for the kids, is that $5 per child?
$5 per line, yes.
Per
but
line,
when you're looking at $5 per month,
No, that's
parents
awesome.
aren't going to question that.
No, don't question it. So could you repeat that? We've got 2 minutes left. I think that's a really important message. If you have little children, find out more about that.
Wrist phones, yes.
The
Wrist
wrist
phones, tracking phones. They are $5 a month access fee. The actual watch is $79.99. But to be able to track your children for $5 a month as a sense of security that I don't see why any parent would not want, regardless whether you're with my carrier or
Oh,
not.
I know.
And maybe the parent might have a parent of their own that has Alzheimer's, or they live with them.
My
and they're
mother-in-law
afraid they're gonna walk
has tried to
away.
get out the front door several times. She suffers from Alzheimer's. That would actually be excellent for her. That would be excellent for her.
Gosh.
Maybe I need to bug my wife.
There you go.
And also, before we say goodbye, your phone number and all that, how do we get a hold of you?
Yes, you can reach me at the store at 352-528 0020, and if you want to call my cell phone and have me delivered to your front door, that is 352-817-7958.
Yeah, and ask about the buyout, a dollar amount. It's like $650 or something.
Yeah, a lot of people are still under contract and say, well, I can't switch. You can now.
Okay,
Oh,
you buy them out.
We'll buy them out.
Matt, you're always exciting.
Yes.
Exciting.
Very.
And I have an answer to my question. I couldn't believe how easy you showed me on your phone.
It's time to make the switch, Larry.
I know. I know. And I think actually, because we have this little side business with the music, one day it'll pay for itself, I guess. Right now we pay more in gasoline, I think, than what we make. But I mean, it would be handy, wouldn't it?
Very handy.
Hey, I think Joe needs to get you guys 2 smart cars with WOCA on it.
Oh, cars. Okay.
There you go.
All right, we'll take a little break and we will be right back.
Fox News News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. The GOP field for president narrows with another run for the White House ended.
Senator Rand Paul was one of the first to jump into the Republican field, often finding himself an outsider on foreign policy and national security. He failed to find much traction, lingering in low single digits. He failed to qualify for a debate and finished 5th in Iowa this week.
Fox Radio's Jared Halpern. Across the South, some people assessing the damage from severe storms.